Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this, this is a genuine investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each and every return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, we're going to be looking at ASTS, also known as AST SpaceMobile, with a review to looking at an earnings forecast and also new updates. We're also going to be looking at huge news for MMAT and MMTLP, and this is news with regard to 9 subpoenas achieved and also potential settlement. So stay tuned for that. Huge news there. And before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So first of all, we can see headline here from Market Watch that the solid market indicator states right now buy stocks now and enjoy double-digit gains. So obviously this is in response to huge declines in the recent times with regard to the Wall Street and the markets. And we can see also here from Reuters, Wall Street did end a little bit higher on Friday after the Fed's chief Jerome Powell stated positive comments in terms of inflation. However, overall the loss was quite significant over the week. And the other good news in terms of the market was with regard to US non-farm payrolls. These were up by 151,000 in February. And what Powell actually stated, he stated here that he considers moderate inflation and overshoot above 2% target. So he is being a little bit cautious. And one of the stocks that we called out in terms of earnings in the previous week was ticker symbol AVGO, a good beat there on earnings that we reported live in the Discord. And we can see here sales 14.9 billion. Again, a beat there. Earnings per share $1.60, also a significant beat, and guidance was also well above the estimated. So good news there for everybody holding AVGO. So the stocks that we're looking at this week in terms of earnings, again some huge ones including Dick's Sporting Goods. We have Oracle, we have Zim, Adobe, DocuSign and many more. Let's start by having a look at the latest developments of ticker symbol ASTS, also known as AST SpaceMobile, and also go ahead and check out the previous video where we covered this with important news as well. So first of all, I'm going to start by having a look at the chart for the previous close of play on Friday. We can see it was up over 3.2% at $33.24, and we can also see over the previous week in a huge red market it was up close to 15%. So congratulations to everybody in ASTS, which was also one of the stocks that we did have on our weekly watch list. So congratulations to all the Discord members in ASTS. There was news also shared live in the Discord, and this was with regard to a new price target here we can see from UBS, and this is up to $38 from a previous 31 with a buy rating. So good news there. And in terms of the latest news from Zacks, we can see here looking at the question, should you invest in AST SpaceMobile based on the bullish Wall Street views? So this is a question that obviously you may want to consider before investing. So in terms of broker recommendations, we can see here 3 months ago there were 5 strong buys. Today that has now increased to 6 strong buys. So good news in terms of analysts. So let's have a look at the question, is AST a good investment? So from a Zacks point of view, the consensus in terms of the current year has declined by 41.9%. So let's have a look at the previous earnings and how that came across. And we can see here for the fourth quarter 2024 results, which were adjusted, beating the Zacks consensus. Net loss was $35.9 million, and we're looking at a net loss of 18 cents per share compared to a net loss of $31.9 million previously and a loss of 35 cents per share previously. So that was the previous earnings. In terms of looking forward to more positive news and institutional investors, they have weighed in, and hedge funds have also obviously added to their stakes in this. And finally, a quick reminder in terms of the company profile. This, together with the subsidiaries, is a company that looks to develop and provide access to space-based cellular broadband network services for smartphones in the United States. So it is a high risk, high reward stock, so certainly needs to be traded with care, but overall certainly one that we will be watching. look at the latest exciting news for MMAT and MMTLP. This is with regard to 9 subpoenas issued and potential settlements. So news here from George, and in his post he stated all subpoenas have been officially served. The clerk had the honour of stamping out the subpoenas and as they were sent out. So great news here. So let's have a look at the items in terms of the images attached, and we can see here there is an order requiring a subpoena to produce documents, and this includes, for as we can see in the images, we have Citadel, FINRA, DTCC, the custodian of NASDAQ records, Schwab, Ameritrade, TradeStation, Virtue, and also Ameritrade as we just mentioned. So great news there in those attached images. So there was a question from Simon to George, and he stated, can I ask if this is related to MMTLP or does it concern MMAT? So it is for both, and he's also looking at pre-merger. So good news there for everybody holding both previous stocks. So George has gone on to say who will settle first, and the idea is to settle. The first to settle gets the cheaper deal. So good post there in terms of encouraging, as Happy and Positive has stated, the Rose Gallery, and his George's money is on TradeStation. I think my money is also on TradeStation as well. So let's see how this exciting news develops. And if we move on to look at another post here from Guess Who, and stated here, Lucky 9, you should have let it trade. This has gone to the United States Bankruptcy Court District of Nevada, so that's where we have had the news. So I do give credit to George for this, and the notice and issuance of subpoenas to produce documents to the following custodians, which we've just looked at, including FINRA, DTCC, TradeStation, Schwab, and many others. So let's now have a look at another post from George, and he's also added here Anson Funds, one of the 9. So let's have a look at the image with regard to Anson, what George has shared. And again, it's a proposed order granting records for Anson Funds. The motion is granted. The custodian of records of Anson Funds shall appear for the examination regarding the debtor assets, liabilities and financial conditions before a certified court, and shall produce the following documents from September the 21st 2020 through to August the 7th 2024, and this is with regard to Meta and MMTLP. So great news there. And let's now move on to have a look at another post from George, and this one is with regard to Citadel. So again, Citadel motion granted ex parte, meaning without opposition. So this does look clear cut, and at the time of filing, one of the 9, like he said, all parties have been served. So now we move on to see how this plays out. But let's have a look at here some of the items to be produced, and it states here in the attached image in terms of the dates, September the 21st through to August 7th 2024, in respect to MMTLP and other QSIPs including Meta, all messages, the items that should be all messages related to the routing of any type of shares for MMTLP and Meta, all messages again with regard to receive from an exchange or off exchange trading venue on behalf of clients and broker dealers of Citadel, and Citadel all messages received from an exchange or off exchange trading venue on behalf of Citadel. And request number 4, all communications are electronically secured and stored in the original format captured, including transactions, records and emails. So great news there. And if we have a look at the final part in terms of request 5, obviously we have the records relating to all fails delivers, and all records relating to positions of data represented in Citadel's position in terms of Meta and MMTLP, as well as shares sold short, and those that were not located and were obviously borrowed. So that's basically where we are. So let's now have a look at a response from X Market News, and it states here the court order subpoenas to the brokers that we can see TD, Ameritrade, Schwab, TradeStation seeking information on naked short selling, and the court is requesting records on the routing and delivery of MMAT and MMTLP, plus instances of failed to deliver and more, which we have just seen. And finally, I'm going to share with you details of some statements shared by George in one of the space calls, and he stated, we do expect resistance, but who and how tries to fight back and resist? We're going to be watching this very, very carefully. There should be no reason why a trustee under a US bankruptcy court should be denied this motion. It's a simple process. It should be simple, bring it on, and whoever has been wrong will have to pay what is due. So absolutely tremendous news here from George. Let's see how this plays, and I think everybody out there holding MMAT and previous MMTLP shares certainly deserve this news, and hopefully, fingers crossed, settlement to come. Finally, I'd like to have a quick review of the previous week's weekly watch list. I'm sure you all know that last week was a very difficult trading week, with many of the blue chip stocks also down quite significantly. However, we did make some good calls. These included BTAI, that was the best call of the week. It was up over 127% on Monday, and up over 22% on Friday, and also up over 40% on the week. So again, new share in terms of BTAI. ASTS has just been discovered, has just been shared, sorry, up over 14.8% on the week. Mara, we call that, and that was up over 4.8% on the week, and also had a strong finish, up over 6.2% on the week. So if you would like to get a copy of the next week's weekly watch list, details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.